Next we got the last of these VHS tapes anyway is three bunch of kiddie stuff. Like a show that I grew up with as a kid. Biker Mice from Mars. Oh my god, it's Biker Mice from Mars. The adventure begins. You believe it? The first three episodes on VHS, and I heard everyone's like, it's a turtle ripoff. First of all, there's three mice. It would be a ripoff if there were five mice. And they wore headbands of different colors. And they had all these swords and stuff. How is it a ripoff from the turtles when they just ride bikes and they're mice? And they're from Mars. It's because they act like some... I mean, I don't understand. What? Do they like pizza? Is it wrong for anybody else to like pizza? They like all different types of food. They like free hot dogs and root beer. It's not a ripoff on the turtles, okay? Samurai Pizza Cats. That is a ripoff on the turtles because they're five fucking Samurai Pizza Cats. They're different. They're basically act the same. Most of them are different colors. You know, like some of them are whatever. I don't remember what the fuck they were. That show was dumb. And an annoying ass song, one of the most annoying theme songs ever, and they liked pizza, so I understand that. Biker Mice from Mars, I don't understand why that's a ripoff on the Turtles, and also, you want to throw another ripper, Street Sharks. I mean, there's like 5 Street Sharks, and they all have these different personalities. I just don't understand it. I mean, I'm sorry. I grew up with this show. I had the action figures. So, you know, it's 50 cents, so I'm like, oh, why not, you know? Fought of Biker Mice from Mars. Throttle, Moto, and Vinny. The Biker Mice from Mars escape from their planet as it is devastated by the fish-faced Plutarchians. Crash landing in Chicago, the renegade rodents soon discover the Plutarchians and selected their next target for destruction, Earth. Led by supreme cheesiness, Lawrence Limburger and his devilish cohorts, Grease Pit and the fiendish Dr. Carbuncle, the Plutarchians are already undermining the winning city. It's tail whipping time because the baddest motorcycle mamma jammers in the universe are riding to the rescue. Sorry. I grew up with this show. I have fun with it still. So, nah. I mean, if Matt can still go all turtle crazy, I can go all biker mice crazy if I want to. So, don't care. Then I got another VHS tape of Biker Mice from Mars. 2 more episodes. We don't need no stinking city. Biker Mice from Mars. We don't need no stinking city. His supreme cheesiness, Limburger, enlists the truly stinky Loogie brothers to battle our rodent heroes. It's tail whipping time as the biker mice clean up the big city. Sorry, I think it's kind of badass. It's tail whipping time. It's time to whip some tail. Evil Eye Weevil. I mean, it's stupid. I know it's stupid, cheesy bad guy names, but that's what they did in Saturday morning cartoons in the 90s, and they were cool. Not like now. Saturday morning cartoons suck now. I'm sorry. I mean, I think there's another one, but I don't have that at VHS. I think there's like 3, but the first 2, so it's like Test of Friendship, Evil Eye Weevil. I'm sorry. That's funny. Evil Eye Weevil. Oh my god, it's the Evil Eye Weevil. And the Pukes of Hazard. Yeah, Pukes of Hazard. Take aim with their hostility ray. Hostility ray. Our awesome threesome. Will they conquer the biker mice by dividing them, or will it be time for a big cheese sandwich? And look at that. Look at that. Mouse with a shotgun and his cybernetic implants. This is my boomstick. It's time to whip some tail. Good times. Next is a movie that, I'm sorry, I grew up with this movie too. Don't call me Kay, please. Alright? No, this is a girls' movie. Like, shut up. I know. They used to air this on the Disney Channel a lot. Sue me. Shelley Long and Troop Beverly Hills. I'm sorry. Grew up with this movie. I think it's kind of funny. I mean, it's got good cameos. Crazy Nelson's in it, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Pia Zadora, and Annie Frankie Avalon. And Cheech Marin's in it. I'm sorry, I have fun with this film. It's a guilty pleasure. I'm gonna be honest. It's a very guilty pleasure. Like, it's a movie about Girl Scouts, dude. I know. Okay, I know it's a movie about Girl Scouts. All right. I think Shelley Long's pretty funny in it. I think it's an entertaining movie. It's the kind of movie they don't make anymore. Fun, kind of lighthearted film. I'm sorry. I have fun with this movie. I grew up in the film. It's on Disney Channel. Screw you. I'm not gay. I know, it's a girl's movie. This is about Girl Scouts. What is wrong with you? Well, enough about the Girl Scouts. Let's go into something manly. Or, well, not really manly. This next one after this one will be manly. Let's start the DVDs now. I know my good friend Effrey doesn't like this movie, but I had a blast with this film. G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. It's the 2-disc special edition of G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra. And I'm sorry, I saw this film in the theater with my dad, and, he and I, we don't get to, hang out very much, so he and I, we had a great time with this film. I'm sorry. It was entertaining. It was action-packed. I turned my brain off for a while. It kind of brought me back to when I was playing with my little G.I. Joe toys when I was a kid. Storm Shadow kicked ass. Snake Eyes, I have to admit, Snake Eyes is really the main reason to watch this movie. It kicks so much fucking ass in this movie. Snake Eyes was badass. I don't have a problem with Stephen Sommers' direction. I actually liked Marlon Wayans. I thought he was entertaining. I thought he was actually good comic relief. And, he was actually a fun character. Baroness by Sienna Miller. Hot. Okay, don't know about the subplot. Destro kind of used his character. Doesn't really show, and the whole thing how they don't show Cobra Commander and his hood and his mask or whatever. I know, this is their origin movie, folks. I'll get up to it for awesome kick-ass battles and what. Maybe it's because I watched the cartoon on reruns a lot more, and I played with G.I. Joe toys a lot as a kid. So if you weren't, if you were more into Transformers when you were a kid, you probably liked Transformers more. I like Transformers films too, but I'm going to be completely honest too. I have more fun with this movie than I do with the Transformers films. Sorry. I was more of a G.I. Joe kid. So, I didn't have really very many problems with this film. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fresh. I just thought it was fun. Cheesy fun. I'm sorry. I have fun with G.I. Joe. I can't lie. I enjoyed it. Next I got for $5, folks. $5. That's the amount you can get for footlong. I got Dolph Lundgren in Command Performance. Now that is badass. Now that's manly. The Girl Scout shit. Go to fucking Command Performance with Dolph Lundgren. God, yes. Command Performance with Dolph Lundgren. This show could be deadly. Rock and roll drummer Joe Dolph Lundgren, Universal Soldier, Rocky V, and his band are about to make it big as the opening act for America's hottest pop star, Melissa Smith. She's actually pretty fucking hot in this movie. In Moscow. But fame and glory quickly turn into chaos as armed terrorists storm the arena, capturing the pop star and guests of honor, Russian President Alexander Petrov and his 2 teenage daughters. With the death toll rising and the hostages' lives on the line, it's up to the one man to come to the rescue and save the day. Non-stop action, hand-to-hand combat, rock and roll edge make Command Performance a jam-packed hit. I wish these type of movies were released in theaters. I had a blast with this fucking movie, folks. I think it's one of my favorite Dolph Lundgren films now. Any movie where Dolph Lundgren will grab an electric guitar, plug it into some high amplifier speaker, and just go, and all the bad guys are like, ah, and they just go wail on him with the fucking guitar. Just go wha-bam, wha-bam. Then pale a motherfucker with the guitar. How fucking badass is that? Impale somebody with an electric guitar? This movie's bloody, gory, full of violence, full of 80s awesome. This movie is like a movie that's released in the 80s and kicks ass. I love this movie. Command Performance, man. Yes! A little more satisfaction, a little more action, please. The other satisfaction in action, please. A little more bite, a little less bark, a little more fight, a little less bark, and a little bite and satisfy me. A lot of people won't get that in joke. It's Dolph Lundgren actually sang that song in a German place. Now this is a first, folks. This is the last part of this long ass date, and I'm going to do a little unboxing, Joey. Not really unboxing, more like unwrapping from the films I got from Suncoast. And oh my, this is live. I just saw Rambo Rap is on there and that's Skype. Maybe I'll talk to him tonight. I don't know, maybe. Okay, first is, you know, how long I've been fucking looking for this thing. To the special edition of Constantine. This movie's awesome. I mean...